China is clearly militarizing the South China Sea.
China quickly rejected the decision of an international tribunal that ruled against Beijing's territorial claims to vast areas of the South China Sea.
We know that it's a surveillance balloon.
That is a fake kill. The balloon is completely destroyed.
When I was briefed on the balloon, I ordered the Pentagon to shoot it down.
The relationship between China and the United States, it has been constantly deteriorating.
Принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
Президент тут. Всі ми тут.
End this war of aggression.
We are heartbroken at the situation the Afghan people find themselves in.
A litany of broken climate promises.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
भारतीय चिंतकों ने कहा है वसुधैव कुटुंबकम। आइए हम मिलकर एक ऐसा हेवन ऑफ फ्रीडम बनाए जहां सहयोग और समन्वय हो।
Please welcome the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, and the President of the Council of Ministers of Italy, Her Excellency Giorgia Meloni.
A high-powered inauguration.
It is an honor for me to inaugurate this year's Raisina dialogue. We need to stand on the hill to take a deep breath and see our lands and seas and their problems in a more enlightened way. We need a lighthouse in the storm.
It's up to each one of us to see whether we put the focus on the Tempest or the Lighthouse. I think a lot of us, certainly in India, we can see the Lighthouse shine quite brightly.
Charged parleys and panel discussions.
India is a civilizational power, brings a different perspective to some of the challenges of these times.
What's interesting right now in this very moment, you have Quad countries that are also chairing in this moment the G7, the G20, APEC.
We defended our security. We defended the people, the Russian people, who had been denied by Poroshenko and Zelensky, denied the right to use the Russian language in education, in media, in culture, in everything.
And big-ticket invitees from all over the world.
This is not my first time here, so it's been great to reconnect with many people, and to also see the way the world is shifting as we sort of begin to look at the other end of what COVID did to us as a world, and begin to now look at the beginnings of the next crisis.
India finds itself in a unique position. It's a much more trusted stakeholder than China to negotiate peace on both sides.
India is playing such a crucial role not only the presidency of G20 meetings this year, but also not only the government, but also like civil society, like ORF, bringing together diversified opinions so that make sure that the global leaders in the government, but also in industry and academia understand and how we can move forward.
Leadership of India internationally today on multilateralism. What India is talking about, multilateralism, is true because only together we will survive.
Indian space was dominated by the Shangri-La dialogue, and the Chinese had their own version. India, which is a major Asian power, and wants to be able to contribute to thinking on strategic issues in this part of the world and beyond, didn't have a forum in which the international experts, government people, academia and other scholars could be invited to discuss a range of issues of interest to the international community, to our region and to India. And this was started 8 years ago, this dialogue, and it has blossomed from year to year.
This edition of the dialogue is special. It is the first dialogue in India's Amrit Kal, or Golden Age. The Raisina dialogue seeks to be an ideas companion in this journey of India with the world.
Through the lens of uncertainty, chaos and turbulence in the world, Raisina Dialogue 2023 offered discussions, deliberations and possible solutions.
Over the years, Raisina has built a community of policy analysts, of scholars, of commentators, of concerned citizens who are interested in how the Indo-Pacific region is going to turn out and what India's role in it is going to be.
India has a very important role to play. And this is now, I think, the term that is being used as a lighthouse. That means that India is going to provide a very, very constructive and a positive component to both the systemic competition between US and China on the one hand, stabilizing this kind of relationship and also creating a new equilibrium, but also more importantly providing an important leadership role for the global south for 6 billion people around the world.
Not just globally, the India story is going from strength to strength on the home front as well.
To me, if your origins are in common good, there's an innate virtue in your existence.
Last year was, of course, a record. We crossed $650 billion of goods and services.
Yeah.
This year is in for an even bigger record. And we are well on track to give you, in the 75th year of independence, a number which will make 140 crore Indians very, very proud.
Oft repeated but very understated when you finally really make up the factors that play in India's favor. Rule of law. There is no somebody suddenly arresting somebody and taking them inside. He's the head of a corporate, big corporate, and he disappears for some time and then he appears. None of that happens here.
And it wasn't just intense parleys that held the audience captive. Light-hearted moments were aplenty.
To see Kevin again after quite a long time. The last time I saw him was when I welcomed him and the English team into Downing Street after they won the Ashes in 2005, where I just said to Kevin, he was easily the most sober person in that team.
The best actor. The most popular film in India last year was a film called RRR. And this had to do with the British era, and just I'm trying to put it delicately, you weren't the nice guys in the movie. So the reason I said,
can I sit here as a South African?
Yeah, no.
Please.